So hopefully, I'm hoping there won't be that many issues with this, considering I've had to wait for my line to reconnect itself and resync everything. That's what happens when you have the water board digging around your pole and you decide to cut the main connection cable. Anyway, back on schedule, or try to be back on schedule. So, finished off doing the stage. That's all completely and utterly done. So what I'm going to be doing now is focusing on the little corridor that's on this side of the east second floor. There isn't really that many rooms left I have to do on this floor, to be honest with you. But then that's just the way it goes. When you've been doing this, you've been doing the streams and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to... It's a little bit thin, but then again, these walls are bloody thick according to the bloody sprites I'm looking at. There's a bit of an issue. I think I've already pointed this out, that when I've been building it, this doorway is not correctly holding against this one, but that one's not too bad. But then again, it's the way it's looking. But that one in particular doesn't connect anyway, so I need to do a connecting hallway to that, which is going to be a little zigzag. So making all these additional rooms up to make everything fit, and yeah, I've got to try and do it so that everything works correctly, because otherwise you just have a void there. This one on the other hand, I don't have that issue, but I've got to still try and build it to the scale I've got, and then I've got to try and come up with some sort of ideas for what colour the floor is going to be. It's more of an industrial part of the bloody ship, isn't it? It's not like the luxurious stuff you have, it's like not even accessible to the bloody public. Anyway, I'm rambling, I just want to get on with this. I've already piddle around waiting for my connection to resync. There shouldn't be any issues. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to import me Barry mesh. Oh god, which one was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's obviously getting the scale correct. See, this is where the issue is going to be as well, because this one's going to be, I think for this purpose, because obviously I was doing all of those rooms lower to fit the main hall. Hello? I see you there. I'm going to stick to the scale that it's using in terms of the position of where the assets are for the side deck, rather than try and just do everything. I'm going to be going through some crazy modes with this. But anyway, I'm going to start building that little L corridor now. Because there isn't... Hell, I could even just put the lifts in there as well. Why do we even need 2 lifts? Oh, hang on, wasn't it one lift went further up and the other went further down? It was like, that's the reason why. Yes, I know. Right. Yes, I know, but I thought I'd just carry on because that's the sort of person I am. I'm crazy like that. Why have I got boxes? I'm going to have to get rid of those boxes. Right, anyway. Corridor. L corridor. Right, I've got Barry in place. I need to come up with an idea for what these bloody walls look like. Because dot matrix style looking stuff isn't going to help. I mean, what is this? What is that? I can see the blinking lights on top of the lift. Yeah, fair enough, but... like I said, I only finally completed it during lockdown on my with my Game Boy copy. And I've had it for how long after before that? I think I got that in my teens when I was in college, so we're talking... good few decades ago now. But the thing is, though, with this, because I've forgotten half of what Gaiden was, because it's literally just fetch quest. You go from one room, you pick up a key, go back to another cabin, pick up another key, go to this place, unlock that door, go in there. There's no, like, puzzle element. There's no logical backtracking. That's something we're going to have to figure out for this. Because I'm not happy with that. We can't just do a direct, like, one-to-one part of that backtracking, because it'll get boring really bloody quick. Oh. Do you know what? I think it's going to be funny when people start playing it, like, this way as opposed to playing it the original way, which that's just going to blow my crazy colossal brain, but that's just about it. Why has it done that? Oh, because that's the game space, you idiot. Right, that's what I wanted. Right. Okay, so I'm going to start building this L corridor now. And the other reason why, again, I've got these in all of this is so I can follow the map, so I can get that L shape correctly how long it should be. I hope I can get it that correct. Half the time, it don't bloody work. Right, I'm going to wireframe node. Oh, that's it. That's what I wanted. Oh. I think that's what, yeah, it was, right. So this is going to be this corridor. So I need to build off of that. And then build that up a bit. Right, that's going to be too big, so I'm going to stick to the size that the corridor has it there. Drag this out a little bit. But, oh, but then it's going to be a bit too, but then, it is a bit longer on that side and shorter on that side. But why couldn't they just make this? Yeah, they go for a ridiculous amount. Now, I'm lucky I only paid £18 for mine. A lot of people say I'm a jammy get, but I didn't get the box with that. I need to buy one off Etsy or wherever it was I saw it, which comes with like a print of the manual and just a box, because I just want to keep that as boxed away as possible, and it's all complete then that way. But yeah, they're very expensive. Very bloody expensive now. The battle system would have been good if where you went in and you started moving the icon around, you just press a button and you'd shoot, rather than going to first person and start shooting that way. That way, it would have probably been a lot better. But it's because you go into a bloody like FPS, bloody got a little gauge going across, and you're going to get it right in the set to do as most damage as possible. And if you've only got your knife, you can only hit there to hit anything. That no, it's how much for out of box? I only paid £18 in Game Station years ago for it. Saying on a gold miner games, it's like I bought a used copy of Haunting Ground years ago. Oh, it cost me £14. It's worth over £150 now. It's ridiculous how much those games have gone up. Oh, what else did I buy? And it's so obscure. The first Unichambara they ever made for the PlayStation 2, and I bought it for like £10 off Amazon, and it's worth 150 to 200 quid now, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how much those sort of games have gone up. Or if you try and buy a PS1 copy of the original Resident Evil 2, it's, yeah, exactly. I'm very lucky that I got that Haunting Ground, because I did years before that. Found Clock Tower free in the box, but there was no disc, and that was in another game station. And I never did get that copy. And they go for quite a bit now. But, Christ. I know. It's ridiculous. And then all of a sudden it's like 150, 200 quid, because the print, it's obviously out, print's been out for years. It's like most PS2 games. But it's ridiculous when you're looking for like PS1 games and you've seen the original Resident Evil 2 selling for £30. You're thinking that's how much it was when it first came out. God, I only paid £10 for mine. That was a brand new copy as well. But that was teen me. That was a long time ago. And my copy I need to get a new copy, but that's just me. Oh, that's horrifying. I've just realised that, because that's going to be lower than that, isn't it? Ah, shit. Which means I'm going to have to bring this up just a little bit more, just to fit. But then again, you're not really going to know with pre-renders. Rambling away that I do. I've never been able to hunt down a copy of it, to be honest with you. I mean, the most expensive game I've paid for was Fatal Frame 3, and I got that last year, and it cost me 100 quid. And I was kind of oohing and ahhing, do I get it, do I not? Do I just not buy it? Or do I take the plunge, pay £100, and it's like, there it is in my collection, I don't have to worry about it, so I took the plunge, paid 100 quid for it. It's there ready to be played on when I get round to it. I'm lucky I got Resident Evil 3 on the GameCube and it only cost me £16, and I think that was when it first came out, and they're worth 60, 70 bloody quid. And the only simple reason why I got it for that is because my PlayStation 1 copy is so scratched to hell, not due to my own fault. This is what happens when you lend people things and you expect them to take care of them and then they don't. So I need to still get a different version of that isn't scratched to hell, although the Japanese one suffices for that, I suppose, I don't know. But they're expensive as hell, the GameCube ones. Dreamcast ones, they're expensive as well, as far as I know. Right, if I'm gonna... So that's that length. And then this kind of look goes over. Why does it keep it... Right, and then that kind of goes over like that. That's about what it looks like in the map anyway. Let's quickly save this. I'll work on that in a minute. To this day, I've never had a Sega Saturn. That's not a joke either. I've got a Dreamcast Sega Saturn copy of Resident Evil, and the only way I've played that was through the emulator. But I own a physical copy of it, I just don't have a Saturn to play it on. Oh dear God. Games nowadays are just so expensive, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, shit, I need to buy like new copies of this. Everybody says I'm not missing out on having a Saturn, but I'd just rather have it so it's just there, because I'm one of these hardware fanatics. Got 2 Dreamcasts, one's got not working ways, whereas the other one works absolutely fine, but I haven't played on those in years. My GameCube's dead, my Wii's absolutely fine. I really could do with getting a new GameCube, even though I've got one. It's... When I've been playing it, the only thing I've got an issue with is... when I did play it, was just how terrible the sprites looked when you fired a gun, or the blood started going everywhere, and it was like a misty fog. It was nothing like the PS1 sprites. But it's the fact that they managed to convert that kind of like 3D on a Saturn and still made it look good. It still blows my little crazy brain. But then again, I said that about how they managed to do that with the N64. Oh, they had to be expensive, didn't they? I mean, fair enough, I've got my Wii, I can just plug in the GameCube controller and play them that way, but it's having the hardware as well. I don't know what's happened to it. I think something internally died on it, or it could just be I need to get a new plug. I don't know. I'm hoping it's a new plug. Everything seems bloody expensive. It's why I don't look at games. If I look at them, I kind of nearly have a mini heart attack just looking at the price. Because I haven't bought many things. I mean, I know I was buying up a lot of PS2 games in Japanese last year. And I've now got like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 in Japanese, both Outbreak games in Japanese, Code Veronica. God, what else did I bloody get? I know I got a Japanese copy of Operation Raccoon City on PS3, and that's the only sin I will have for that, because I absolutely hate that game. I don't know what they were thinking with the bunch bullet zombies and the bloody sponge bullet enemies, and just, oh, the entire thing was just a crazy clusterfuck. I hate that game, but I've got it there now as a physical. Just reverse those edges and then just put back this coloring on so I can actually see. Right, so I should have really brought the chairs in as well. That would have made my life easier. I didn't put the carpet down in the room. Oh no! I forgot the carpet in the room. The renders are outdated. No! Rule of Rose. I'm not joking. I actually saw a copy of that go for £90. And I wish I'd bought it. I think it might have been a Japanese copy as well, and it was £90, and I was sat there, I was like, I know they go for about £2 a piece sometimes. Why didn't I buy it? I know. I didn't have the money at the time, so I was like, no, can't buy it. So I don't know what happened to that. It's one of those rare games that should never ever have gone out of print like that. I'll play it eventually, he says. How many games have I still got to bloody do? Oh yeah, that. Right. Oh, Jesus, wet. What the hell am I going to do? Well, carpet will be easy to put in. I don't know why I'm moaning about it. Oh, but then again, if I know where the stage is, so it's got to be about there, maybe? So I can kind of just go boom, 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 and then just kind of drag that along. Now, how long does that go for? Could I even put the lifts in this one room as well? Then it just saves on the space of the rooms, I suppose. Right, so it goes all the way up to where that doorway frame is into the deck area. So that's that on the bow. I think I need to do some... That's it. Right, so I know that's right. That looks thicker than that now, doesn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know why it's contraband. What's the controversy? I need to go read up. I know I read it years ago. And that's all I know. Wait, hang on. Didn't Sing make that as well? Let me just check. I want to know. I need to know. Why are you taking so long to load? Let's have a look. Pretty sure it was Sing, wasn't it, that made that? Or it was by the guys. Atlas. Where did I get the idea that it was made by Sing then? Or am I thinking of another game that they did? Hang on. Wait, hang on. Or am I thinking of a different game that they did? Oh, I'm thinking of Glass Rolls, aren't I? That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Glass Bloody Rolls. What the? Another Capcom game I'm going to have to grab at one point and hunt down. Yeah, it's a point-and-click game. Why didn't I get this game? When did it come out? Why didn't I know about it? Get it? Well, there's something to go hunting down. Bet you about £300, but you know. Yeah, that was by Sing, wasn't it? Glass Rolls. I keep getting them Rule of Rose mixed up. So you would have thought Rule of Rose, with it being technically what, developed by Atlas? No? Published by Atlas. Oh, okay then. Who the hell's Punchline? Defunct. Oh, great. Fantastic. So there's no way to actually do a remaster of it because nobody knows who owns it. They always clutched a pearl. Oh, video games made my kids mental. Yeah, sure they did. It's like Manhunt all over again. Still haven't got that uncensored in the UK. Violence, murder, people killed because of video games. No, they don't. Actually, by making it that tight, that actually makes it easier, because then you can't have less zombies. No, thank Christ, I'm thinking. Right, okay. The first thing I need to do is, that does have a little gap, doesn't it? I can put the gapage in. I can do that a bit. I'm not going to have it go that far. I'll have it go to there. I do need to put the door frame in. No, I mean the door even. I think I might actually put the lifts in because... Oh, of course Sony Japan would own it. Tell you what, Sony, do a remake of it. Problem solved. Or, you know, like, remaster, because everything seems to be remastered at the moment. Amount of people I've seen say we should remaster the original Resident Evil games. Well, good luck with that. We've got no source code, we've got no assets. How are you going to do a remaster? Be like saying Capcom should remaster Silent Hill. Yeah, do you know how that happened? Do you know what happened when they did that with 2 and 3? Oh, that's right. They don't have the source code for the more complete version of the game. What a clusterfuck. No, you just feel the urge to red run people who are misinformed that, you know, kind of seem to think that violent games turn you insane. Or something along those lines. But yet, when it's movies, it's not even the same. But then again, video games are going to do the same scrutiny that, you know, comic books did, books did. The only thing is, we haven't seen people actually physically going out and burning them in front of the flaming house ever yet. It's like when, say, people think Pokemon's like a form of gambling, which is why it's banned in the Middle East. Trading card games banned in the Middle East as well because it's gambling. It's like, seriously? I can think of other games where you gamble, but nothing that bloody bad. What did I call it? Was it side deck door? No? What did I call it then? Oh no, I can't remember what I called the door. What did I call the door? Oh my god, I forgot what the door. Deck door mesh, thank you very much. That's what I need, because I need it for this side now. It doesn't actually have it on, but I know I'm going to have to flip it around at some point, aren't I? Only video nasty I can think of is that Zombie, what was it, Zombie 2? Because it tried to be like a direct sequel to Dawn of the Dead, but that was in Italy, and everybody says that's a video nasty, and I watched it, and I was like, not really much violence in it that I was expecting, but people seem to think it's like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, that's some horrific shit, and it's like, I'm sure I've seen worse. Some of it is just hilarious to look at now. And again, some movies are still banned here in the UK. You just look at it and think, I'm sure there's been worse. I'm sure there's been something 10 times worse than that over the years. At least I'll fit the door. Wait, why did I do this bit again? It's to make the gappage, isn't it? What have I done? Right, I know what I need to do. From there, don't ask. Oh shit. Got my eyes twitching now. Right, so I want to break this off. Technically, I need to break that off because I don't. Wait, what am I doing? Doors there. I need to push them out a bit, don't I? That's what I need to do. Push them a little bit out. Why won't you do what I want you to do? That's it. Push them up. I'll readjust them later on. I'll just do that to there, that's fine. Get rid of the bounds now because they're not needed. Oh, hang on. That's why it's a bit out, because that's a bit further up, isn't it, where the door frame is? Yeah, that's right. I was about to say Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, that one, Zombie 2. That's the one I was on about. I've got that. And I was like, oh, is that really the only cringe-worthy thing? I've seen worse. I've seen so more horrific things than that. I've never seen Cannibal Holocaust, so it's on my to-watch list. If I can be bothered watching it. I just haven't had the time to watch a lot of stuff recently. It's like games, I've still got a lot of stuff I need to do. Hang on, I've got a still bit of crap. I can push that up. There we go. So yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, because push that down too. Oh, but we want that. Oh, it won't really matter, will it? Right. So I want to push that down to where that is. Okay. And I've got to put the lifts in. The one that leads into the bunk bed area and the one that's the control room. I'd assume it's one of them anyway. Of course it is. Of course it's more gory. But it's like, oh no, it's a video game, it's not as bad. It's like, it's still gory. There's still blood. Do we need to bring up Soldier of Fortune 2 when you can decapitate people? And you can keep ripping through to the bone, because that's what it was all about back then. And I still need to really sit down and play that one properly, but I remember how gory that game got. Let's go that one. Dolls. Oh, good lord, what the hell? They've got a different set of beams inside, haven't they? You'd have to change them. You know what kind of beam that is? Oh. Right, anyway, I'm rambling. So I need one door. It's going to be about there. Oh, a bit there. And then there's this one on this wall. It's about... Suppose if I've got the room, I could just... Oh, this is going to be so bizarre, isn't it? Because that's going to be so much bigger. But then again, I'm not taking into consideration how thick that wall is, so... Rambling aside. It's a whole different attitude nowadays, of violence. And zombies are everywhere. They're overrated. The whole market's oversaturated. There's always a zombie film. There's always a new season of The Walking Dead. There's always some other offset of The Walking Dead. Zombies are zombies. They're just there. I just question the fact that it's overhyped now. Oh god, what the hell has happened to me today? My cynicism's gone through the roof. For obvious reasons, right. Because obviously they're the same position. Do that. And then obviously... That's off a bit. Teach me. Right, that's fine. Right, then you've got these obscure shape-like things, don't there? God, these are going to be interesting to do. Flip that over, don't I? No, but it's true. It is oversaturated. Like every bloody violent movie now, it's oversaturated. They'll reboot Friday the 13th again. There'll obviously be another Halloween trilogy. And, you know, I watched the first remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Instead of being horrified, I was laughing through the entire film. Because it just wasn't scary. It was just more of a humorous, comical joke. The original still holds up, but that one was just, what the hell am I watching? So it's just as harsh as it says, you know, harsh as say it was more of a comedy to me. It just didn't have the same feeling that the original movie had. So I don't like that goes in a bit, doesn't it? I don't like those sort of remakes. But then they're going on about the horror in them, it's horrific, all this horrific murder and stuff, and you're just thinking, well, no, it's overrated stuff. I should have done that of edges, really, shouldn't I? But it's fine. I can delete those. Just not that bit there because that obviously goes inwards. Don't know why I deleted them either. But then I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right, let me do that again. Let me just. Right, well, highlight those. I'll highlight the edges. Just drag them out. It's fine. I still haven't seen Alien vs Predator Requiem, and I've got it on DVD. It's the only one I haven't seen. I've watched every bloody Alien Predator movie you can think of, including that god-awful freaking whatever it was, like Covenant. And what a load of crap that was. Never again. I'll never get that out of my brain, even if I try to bleach it. But I've been debating this over the weekend because I was saying to a few people that, like, you take Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, with its practical effects and its CGI, and it still holds up against any of this modern shite that we've got nowadays. I've heard so many bad things about it, and I still haven't watched it. I can't say if it's bad or good. I still need to watch Prey, because apparently that's actually a good bloody film. So that's on my to-watch list if I ever get there. If I don't go insane, along with every other movie I've got to bloody watch, and TV show and everything else that I'll catch up on. Just so much stuff to do, and I haven't got a lot of time to do it. I've just started rewatching Breaking Bad again, so that'll be another 2 weeks of me not doing much apart from rewatching that. But that's Breaking Bad. That deserves to be rewatched at least a good few 100,000 times. That's just my opinion, though. I think I might just need to make that a bit more thicker, but not too much. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that with that as well. That's already done that way, so I don't have to worry too much about it. So that's that done. Thank God. Is it out on Blu-ray that yet, Prey? No, it's still on Disney Plus. It's like, I'll get round to it. I know it's on Disney Plus. I know it's been given a good rating and everything. I'll get round to it. I promise I will, and I haven't done it yet. Predator needs a comeback. We need more Bob Predator. It's not fair on him otherwise. But God Almighty, when we talk about those movies, first two were brilliant, and you had Predators, which was like, I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. Then he started doing those crossovers, and then yeah, I think I'm the only bloody poor bugger that is then. I only do it because Gargoyle is on there, and dinosaurs, and other things I'm trying to watch as well. That's primarily the reason why I've got it. Oh shit, I forgot about that door in front of there. Oh, Capcom, you and your dolls. No, let me reiterate. M4, you and your dolls. Forgot about you, right in the centre, that leads onto the deck. Oh, okay, let's put you in there quickly before anyone gets any crazy ideas. Right, so if I'm going to do this the same as them, I'm going to have to, like... why not just push that out a bit. Delete that one. Just do that there. So that goes out on the deck. Right, that's all those doors in position. No more added, unless I decide to add another one. I only have like Disney Plus, my PlayStation Plus, Netflix, and obviously Amazon Prime, but that's only for delivering and stuff. If I ever need anything next day, but obviously you get video with that and everything else. Problem is with Disney Plus is the fact that it's got that Keeping Up with the Kardashians on, and I do not like that crap any one way or the other. And that's my only like issue with it, because it has good stuff on there. Like I say, when you want to watch like old 90s cartoons like Recess and that, it's all on there. It's got everything on there that I can remember as a kid. And then you got all the new releases out as well. It's like I've not bought any Marvel movies because I just wait for them to come out on there and I just stream them off there. I've got my CDs, my MP3 player for music and stuff. God, I'm old school. MP3 player. I don't have anything else than that. See people have the phone, it's like, no, I'll just stick with my MP3 player with my headphones in. Because who the hell would want to do that on your phone when you just can't be bothered with the battery life? That's just my whole opinion on things anyway. I want to save that in there now. Just call that corridor. Down. I know I've got to do the bloody lifts though, haven't I? I've got to do the lift bloody dolls, but I wonder if I can do the same. Can I just literally grab them and just retext? No, they're different, aren't they? Shit. Excuse me. Well, I guess I'm remodelling a new set of doors then. Oh, they're going to drive me doolally. At least I know how to do, like, different coloured lights though now, rendered-wise. Do you know, I've never had an iPhone, iPod, anything Apple-related. I do not have an Apple product. And I begrudgingly only had an friggin' Tune account for when Stranger Things soundtrack went up, because it didn't go up on Amazon at that point. So that's the only reason why I had an Apple account, because I don't have anything Apple related. I will never will, because I just don't like Apple as a brand. I was like, blasphemy, he doesn't like Apple, he's an Android user. Yeah. I don't care about Apple products, I really don't. I always put it down to this. If it had been Microsoft bailing them out when they did, you wouldn't have Apple products. So, the one thing Microsoft should never have done. If you win it, fair enough. If you get it given to you, fair enough. But I'd never buy one. I wouldn't go out of my way to go, oh, I'm going to buy an Apple product today. No, not going to do it. Never. I've got too much confidence in my own ability to just stick with Android stuff or anything that isn't Apple related. We won't go about the joke that Apple can't play games on their flaming software, because, you know, it's an old age joke that everyone loves to bring up. Right, I need to do the lifts, so I'm going to put those on ground level, because these are only going to be up on the level because of those doors. In fact, if I just put that in the translation, see, no, put that back at the beginning. No. Let's translate it right next, right there. It's on the ground floor. Right, let me get these in. Right, so I know that they're smaller, but they're gonna be... How small are these bloody doors? It's like in front of it. Isn't it like... It like catches off that part there, and it's like caught in with that door there. Might be a little bit longer actually, and I'm just looking at and exaggerating stuff. We won't even talk about Capcom at this precise moment in time. I'm absolutely infuriated that this company decides it's going to start using Enigma on games it doesn't need to have on for any kind of DRM protection for games that are about 10 years old, or games like, you know, Street Fighter's 30th Anniversary Edition, which, why would you put Enigma in that? Same for Revelations. What else did they put it in? Dragon's Dogma. And then that started to not work. And it's like, yeah, you'll just put them in the remakes. And I'm just thinking, yeah, it's alright, Capcom, what are you going to do friggin' next? You're going to try and find a way to put Enigma in the old Resident Evil games? Because that'll piss off a lot of people. It's already pissed me off. I mean, why would you do that? This is a company that after Windows Live went down, nobody can play Operation Raccoon City on PC. I mean, fair enough, I only paid £7 for it, but I still can't play it anymore. Anti-modding. Oh, we don't want you modding our games. We want to be able to buy the mods from us so you don't have to cheat away. It's like, yeah, but Revelations, Dragon's Dogma, Street Fighter, who's cheating? Where's the cheats coming from for this? Where's the mod capabilities are there? People are saying, oh, you can still bypass it all and still do modding, but it's like, why would you want Enigma in there? It's a Russian-created DRM. So God fucking knows what the hell they're doing now. The cynic in me's thinking, yeah, you get these people, they're probably spying on you when you got it installed. That's just my horrible take on it. I don't like to think that way, but it's the cynical take. I'm trying to think if I've even got a single one of these with Enigma installed. I don't even have Revelations installed on here anymore. And the only games I've got on here are those remakes. And I'll probably be shifting those off soon because I'm just not happy with the way they seem to think that they can add crappy DRM, which then screws everything up. I just don't understand why you do it when you've had all this goodwill for years. It's got to be, you've had all this goodwill for years, you do all these remakes, they're doing really well, so you go and shit all over by preventing modding from happening, which doesn't work anyway. But then you make it so that it makes it harder to like do trainers and stuff. Now, fair enough, some trainers can be used for cheating, but some use it just to change the camera orientation. Some people use it to be able to walk through and look at stuff from a development perspective that you wouldn't be able to do if you're playing the game, and yet you're fucking that up. It's Capcom management, it's people in suits and ties that seem to think they know how to run a company, and fair enough, you may think you know how to run a company, but you don't know the people that you'll be making all of your profit from. Your fan base has, you know, got all that shit to do. Let's all not forget Resident Evil 5 with its online. It's on disc DLC, and you only had to pay £7 for a 15 kilobyte download code. Oh my god, they really got away with that. So much bullshit they've pulled over the years, but this is just like, yeah, I've kind of lost a bit of respect for them. It goes back to like that whole Resident Evil 0 and that whole rumours that apparently there was a leaked build and somebody had a development build of it for the N64, and then as soon as, well, it wasn't even Capcom, it was Nintendo that put like the whole banhammer down. He had to return all of like the data, including the cartridge and everything. That was probably our only chance to get a version of that prototype. We'll never get it now. Resident Evil 5 did that as well. Mercenaries and all of the other DLC originally was already on the disc, and they were just charging you for an unlock code, which was like 15 kilobytes or something. Before the gold edition, before we had any of that gold edition bollocks, they seem to think everybody should have a gold edition of things. Probably did it with that one too. But absolutely, just stressing it. And I can't believe all that goodwill and they've effectively just shit all over it. I mean, why would you do that, Capcom? Why? Oh, that's what I was doing with that. Right. So door goes from there. But that is correct then, isn't it? That's the... These doors are going to be really freaking small for a lift then, because that's like implying it's... Like it's implying it's that big. So it goes in a little bit like that. Excuse me. No, that is right. Don't give you bloody much to work with, does it? Oh, this is the lift. You don't have to worry about it being that thin, do you? We won't even talk about Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 doesn't exist. It never existed. What is this mystical number you're thinking of? It went straight from 5 to 7. There is no 6. And good reason it didn't have a frigging gold edition. Jesus Christ, the game was just shit. Ah, well, what would he know? Oh, he's an insider, he knows everything. It's like, yeah, do you remember the whole village shit they came up with? Anybody remember that? Because I do. I don't give really that much shit about what bloody insiders say. So something like, what, there's 6 other Resident Evil games in production. One might be the 5 remake. Does it really need a remake? I'm sure Code Veronica needs one more, but what would I know? Don't worry, just to take the piss, I can just see it now. I know. Just see the piss taken now. Capcom announced a Gaiden remake, and we're all just sat there like, well, that's us fucking out the job. We don't have to remake it now. Could just so imagine them pulling it off. Oh, we'll do a complete remake of this non-canon entry that nobody even remembers that much from playing it because it's so obscure. Oh, that would be so brilliant if it would be, though. But then again, if they did remake Gaiden, that would be me out the job doing all these background rebuilds. Yeah, that's a bit going inwards. Oh, would that part go inwards too, though? Oh, no, it would, wouldn't it? Oh, would it? I don't know. No, we won't go inwards like that. That's just too stupid. That door... This lift has to be very thin then, don't it? I don't understand. Why the door's that thin? So a lot of insiders always get the information wrong. It's like, if you've got nothing to report, say nothing. It's as simple as that. I wish there'd just been a Revelations 3, because that movie was shite. I'm sorry. But I just don't like a movie where we need to have Jill effing and blinding every 5 minutes, and that's another reason why I didn't like the remake of 3. It's the fact that, you know, she's effing and blinding, and it's like, did they need to swear? Did they swear in the original? I don't remember Jill going off on a tangent and effing and blinding at Nemesis. Oh no, we got her swearing like a trooper in the remake. It's what put me off it most of it. And they can go on about all this bullshit to try and make it more grounded and everything and more realistic. It's like, you did remember the originals when they didn't have to swear? And the only time I ever heard Jill swear was in the remake of 1 when she's referring to the radio as shit, it's broken. And I'm like, whoa, we can't have that kind of swearing in a Resident Evil game. Oh, it's alright, fucking effing this and fucking Nemesis that. And it's like, why are we swearing, Jill? Why? Why? It's what people do. It's why I don't believe half the stuff that comes out until it's 100% verified. It's the way it is now in this modern age. It just ruins everything. You know, years ago, we had our magazines, didn't we? And they would give us all this and that stuff coming soon. Now it's just internet this, internet that. It's not the same. Nothing's ever unleaked. Everything gets leaked in some way or form. There's never anything fun to look forward to because it's been leaked. And I'm ranting about leaks, but, you know, it's just... I just can't stick them. That's why no movie's, like, original now, or there's nothing new to a movie, or it's like... There's no point in waiting for the trailer to come out, because 9 times out of 10 it's already been bloody leaked, and it's what ruins everything for me. That's just my opinion, though. Just can't stand it when that happens. And games are the same, stuff gets bloody leaked. Then it's like, well, why the hell do I even need to bother now? Why wait for it now? You've spoilt everything. So that is correct. Oh, okay then. Right. Let's move this along, because there's another one, isn't there? Which is about that length. Let's say. It's a good long length there, isn't it? Why is that shorter though? But then again, the side deck's the correct size, so I'm not gonna even go there. Just rip this out. And then just push that in a bit, and then that's those elevators done. But I need to... Elevators? What am I saying? The lift is done. Let's be British about this. I just don't like leaks nowadays, don't I? They just spoil everything. I can always remember when Resident Evil 5 had those trailers out and the entire frigging game was in those trailers. Then you have to play the game after that. It completely spoiled everything when they announced Resident Evil 5. Because it's like, you already knew who was coming back, you knew Jill hadn't died, you knew Wesker was coming back, you knew what Excella looked like, you knew what Irving, who he was. It's like, nothing surprised me in that entire game. It was just, Capcom, why did you give us all of these spoilers before the game comes out? Nothing was spoilerish, nothing was of shock value, and the only time it ever had a shock value was playing Code Veronica X and fucking Wesker turns up, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? But that was like years and years ago. Nowadays, it's like, oh, no. We've got to lift it! Lift what? The elevator! The lift! Well, you know, it could be worse. You could be saying stuff like doorknobs and stuff, and then someone else will point in and be like, what are you on about? Then you have to reiterate and say door handle. But we call them doorknobs over here. We're just going to go up in the lift. Well, that's what we call them, though. It even says on the signs, lift. It's just us. But then again, it's... What else is stupid is, when you go into these buildings now, and you're going for a lift, and it says ground floor, and you're like... I'm bloody glad that Elric isn't in here at the minute, because he would just start me off on a tirade, and then I'd be in a bloody laughing fit. Like the first time I did it, I was laughing for 15 minutes straight. Luckily, I don't need to worry about doorknobs for this room, because it's all door handles. There's nothing ornate or anything about it, it's just very cabiny. We can even call it that. Right, at least I've got that done. I need to get some cameras in. Oh, okay, what should I import here? Right, was it 1030 that had the most? I mean, the less cams? Oh, that's too many cameras! I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I can delete them if we don't need them. Oh, good God. I'm happy with this because we nearly got all this deck finished, and then I can be like, right, that's all done. Then we just got another 3 decks to go on the submarine. Oh, God. These rooms take forever to do. But that's only purely because when you try to convert from sprites to 3D, it's like, what's this supposed to be? What's this going to look like on the front? What's that texture? What kind of floor am I looking at? You know, Capcom, you make my life easy if you just, declare that you're going to do a remake of Gaiden, then I don't have to worry about it. Or you do some sort of, like, classic collection where, you just give the engine out for free and we can just all do whatever the hell we want with it. I know that's stupid to say because they probably don't even have the engine anymore, which I know they don't, but I thought I'd bring it up. Let's just put this in position and see what it looks like when I render it. I've got to put you down, I'm going to put you in position again. Oh, right. What am I doing? Lighting that now. This can have those typical bloody lights I've got now. Because it's all going to be a corridor, isn't it? Put that in production. No, not that one. What did I just do? Bloody hell. No. Right, let's do a quick render test. And I just need to change color management to linear. And then I need to set that to quadratic. And then ray trace shadows. Completely nothing new with the tech, but people seem to think it is. That's fine. Nothing up with chin wagging. It's what makes the brain keep going round. It's where ideas come out. Plus people don't have to hear me repeat saying, oh, this is how we do this, this is how we do that. Or I don't get the typical response of, what is this? Is this an Unreal project? It's like, no, it's not. It's not Unreal. Oh, dear God. I don't mind if you're asking questions, but if you can't tell that this is not being done in Unreal, I'd be a little bit happier. So there's that doorway there. Oh, I'm going to turn this into a wonder. Maybe I should just do it as a joke on like the 1st of April, just like say, oh well, we've scrapped development, we're doing it in Unreal now. People want it in Unreal, you're all talking about it. That's not going to give me a render, I've not even set the camera up for that yet. What, literally? Is it literally like doing it now? Like... Oh dear God. I've not used a tablet in years. That's true, I've not actually used a tablet in years. Or did I use it last year when I did some sculpting? I think it was last year. We should just all do an April Fool's gag just for this. Or something along those lines. Even though we're not that way off before then, but I still think we should do it. That's just my crazy opinion anyway. Yeah, that needs to be in front of the lift, doesn't it? Because of those. That needs to be in front of them because of those. Let's just re-render test that. Yeah, that's how it should look. I might even invest in a bigger tablet than mine. I'm still using my old bloody bamboo one from years and years ago. It's so bloody small, I need to get a bigger one if I ever get round to it. But I mean, I only ever use it for sculpting now, but if I ever decide to go back to drawing, if I ever get the motivation back, 5 years and counting, might go back to it. Still trying to think like that, but we'll see how it goes. Where's camera 3? Come on, camera 3, don't fail me now. No, camera 2, isn't it? Ooh. What the hell's up with me today? That's it. Right, so that's 0, 1. That one's already got access to that one, so I'm going to put that there. Just drag this around. Oh my God, not through the game space, what the hell? Put it That's alright. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's any zombies in this hole anyway. I wouldn't spend that much on a tablet. But then this is again me who then spent £270 on a new, well, not even a new graphics card, but the highest one I can go for with this computer rig I built. So, potato. God, 600 bloody quid. Actually, coming to think of it, if I counted up how much every bit of piece of hardware I've got in this PC, it would equate to about £600. So I can't say much. I really do need to get a new tablet if I ever do, but then that's just me. That's just me in a nutshell. Right, well, that's the lighting done for this room. But then again, I need to add all the like components and bit. Oh, that's not too bad. You can, you know, if you do that, or whatever. That's why I've not got an Xbox Series X at the moment. I'm still, because I'm going back into work again next month. So, I'm just going to wait till then, and then I'm going to buy one. Because the next revision they're saying is not going to have the disc drive. And I'm not fucking missing out on that, because I've only just found out like half the games I have, I can actually play it on there. So, and I've still got a few I need to complete as well, so just haven't got the fund. Well, I do, but I need the money for bills, so I kind of can't go buying it as much as I want to. The temptation's there. I'm just going to have to wait till I'm back in work. But I won't be again till next month. So patience is a virtue. Fucking hell. Well, that's the nearest one. Because that's like way, way, way far away. Right, I need 2. So we're on 2, so I need 1 for 3. Where are we, camera 3? Excuse me, that'll be all the tea I've been drinking. Right, I need one that's looking at that angle. I'm going to have to put that there, then, but it needs to be looking at the door. Shit. See if I can get an angle that looks like it's looking at the door, but doesn't. Well, I don't want it on the ground. We've said no ground floor bloody type camera angles because of the last bloody version of this. Good criminy. Yeah, I've cut coffee out of my drinking routine. I drink tea now. I drink quite a lot of tea. I've done it on stream. I've been drinking it quite a bit more than coffee, so I feel better drinking tea than I do coffee. I mean, I occasionally drink a bit of coffee, but I've gone straight to tea. That's all I drink now. I've gone proper British. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. That's still a ridiculous amount of time just to go to a store. Seriously. Now I see why you don't go. That's ridiculous. Just there to be like, oh, well, it's not our problem. Well, it is, technically. I don't know what motorways are like. I know exactly what motorways are like, and they're not bloody good. Right. Hang on, what angle have I got this on then? This is 74. Do I really want to change this to a 54 angle? Because that's going to be way up close. That's going to be like in your face Barry Burton with your beard, of course. Oh, no, we won't. I'll change it to 80. That's better. The field of views are a pain. wonder if I can like pull that in a little bit more. Maybe push that there a bit. Yeah, I'm the one doing all these bloody camera angles and that, and it'll get back and it'll be like, no, let's not do it that way. It don't look right. We'll have to redo it. And I'll be like, oh. All right, I'll get Elric, and he'll be like, no, we need to change that angle, and I'll have to kill him. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can assure you of that. It's not that bad. It'll be like, can you just change this angle a bit? Because it's just looking fecking crazy. I'll be like, oh, I'll go change it then. It won't take me long. If this was like 2012 onwards, it'd be like, why the hell am I doing this? But it's not. It's so easy to do. That'll do. But I need to put another angle in now, so that one's camera free. So it's like I've got 1,000,001 cameras that I don't need. Camera 4. Let's put you in. Detailing in this won't actually be that bad, but I still need to like come up with ideas for what sort of stuff we're going to need in here. Let's drag that in. Right, so now we've done that one. No, not on the... No! No! Bad! We're not having that. That's what happened with the old version. This is why it went a bit doolally. Don't need to have an over dramatic angle. That does wonders. That's perfect. Look at that. Yeah, he is. He is a very chill dude. He's so chill that we still need to get this done. It's funny because my phone's a Samsung, but it works flawlessly. And yet half the stuff I wanted it for, I've not actually used it for. Oh, I'm not even a Samsung person. Christ, I think it's... Is it the only thing I've got that's Samsung? My phone? Oh my god, it's on charge, isn't it? Oh shit, what's it on? Take it off. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's... Tablets are a very tricky thing though, aren't they? Sometimes they'll work, other times they're just like, what kind of voodoo bullshit's been put on this? Why is it not working? Technology. Just gotta love technology. Technology is just fiendish at bit. Oh, but then you've got the... Oh, but I've got that... Why is it like this? Why is there so many doors? Right. Okay. Camera 5. We've got that camera there. I don't want to put a dramatic angle there, but what can I do? Cue dramatic angle. Cue my hair growing greyer than what it is, even though it's not going grey yet. Is that right? So let's move it back a bit. I can just hear him say it now. I'm not using that, too low. I need to push it back a bit, hang on. Change the angle again to 80. Maybe that should help. Can I push it back? No, I can't push it back a bit. No. What if I push that down a little bit? Ah, that'll do. Perfect. It's just so these are in good position, so... Yeah, but if I make it too claustrophobic, it'd be like, no, camera doesn't work. It's too many bloody things. There's too many trigger zones. It doesn't... Oh, God. That's why I don't do all the trigger zones in this, because it just turned me mad by the end of it. I just do all the camera placement, the collision placement, get the renders built, and that's it. That's my job done. Oh, God. Right, I need one on that door now as well. That was 5, wasn't it? So camera 6. Oh, look at that. It's like I knew. It's like I knew which camera it was without even realising it. Right, so that one's going to be like in front of that there, isn't it? It's not going to be that bloody low though. And I need to push you in. Push you down. See what that looks like. I think we just need to push you back a bit. That's it. Oh, if I push it a little bit further back now, though, that'll have both doors in, and I don't have to worry about the angle. I'm being sneaky out. Being sneaky like that. There's nothing up with a cup of tea, as I've learned. My copious amounts of tea, drinking as it has happened at the beginning of this year. Plus, it's got much more of a calming effect than coffee ever did. Coffee just made me a little bit more irritable than I already am. Okay, so that's those doors done. Thank Christ. The lights are in position. The cameras are in position. That's all good. I don't have to piddle around with it, but then again, I probably will have to eventually. Where's me outliner at? That's it. Grab me rigs. Sounds like a bloody crisp brand, doesn't it? Hit that camera layer. Lock it. So I don't piddle around and break everything as I'm working out. I think that's turned out alright considering, but then I said I was going to do the lifts as well when I... It's good. Can't beat a cup of tea. Especially with some biscuits to dunk in it as well. I've gone through a phase of doing that. I'm going to have to cut them down. But what can you do? Oh, God. Oh, dear. Right, so, yeah, they're right. They're in the right place. Let's start coming up with more crazier ideas, but then it's a flat corridor, isn't it? Right, so these lift doors are very disappointing, if I'm being honest with you. This is so thin. How do you... Where's Barry? Go on, Barry, have a look at this. I want to see how this can be this thin and how I can fit somebody in. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Bloody tight squeeze, if I'm being honest with you, though. Very tight squeeze. "5 minutes, that's a very strong brew. I don't know what time I do. I just go by if I get out. I'm like, right, don't know, 5, 6 minutes. I don't care if it is that. I just drink it. I don't like it too bloody creamy, though. I know a lot of people like that. It's very milky, and I'm like, nah, I need mine strong. I need it strong in the morning when I get out of bed. It's like bloody coffee. I need that to be strong, I know, but that's coffee. That's a whole different thing. Right, let me get the door in there. God, I didn't even scented those windows. Or am I just seeing things? Excuse me. Right, I'm just going to do like this then. Oh, hang on. Let's do it on this side as well, because I'm going to do both insides of those as well, because why the hell not? Do that, and then I'm just going to go... Okay, so that's done. Let me just... Merge. Merge that. Just delete that one because I only need one. Done. So that's that done. I need to push that out just a little bit. But that's that done. That's the doors done. So I just have to duplicate that on that side like that. I think I need to still rescale them as well. I don't think it ever personally affects me at night time, but then I don't drink tea at night. I kind of just cut out on the tea drinking then, and I just either drink a hot chocolate or I just don't drink anything before I go to bed. Then that way I'm out like a light. Sometimes that doesn't happen now, but it depends what it is. I still need to. Let me do this because I don't like the way it's looking. So that's where that is. I need to go there. Try not on that way. Negative x. No. Plus x? What the fine? That's a lot of space. Right, let me so, and then just push that over. Right, so that's where those are. Perfect. Let's put that way. Right, I just need to give them those. That's me not wearing that. Need glass. There we go. Let's have a look. So when I render this now, is it going to be nice and black and reflective? Ah, that's alright. That's alright indeed. If I should have another cup of tea before I have my dinner tonight. I'll debate it later. Right, so that's done. Elevator doors are done. Really isn't a lot to do in this room, which is good. Considering I've had to do God knows how much over the last few rooms, but this one's just going to be like, what colour's the floor? What the wall? I don't know. I don't want to make them metallic, but at the same time you just associate that kind of a corridor with metallic. I'll figure it out. Now have I got the ceiling white piano? No, not that one. What do I call it? Or did I just import it from... I must have just imported it from bloody in there, but I'm bloody sure I did it. I must have imported it from RE3 Visited because I can't remember. Right, let's get this. Which wall light mesh is it? This one? That one? Is it that one? No, that's not the one I wanted. Be a bit weird if I had that there. Nope. Let's try that one. That isn't the one I would use in there. Yeah. What did I call it? What did I call it? Is it ceiling light? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know which one it is. That one? There we go. That works perfectly in this corridor. Oh, it took me 600 attempts to get the right one. Yeah, that one works in here. But I do need to adjust some settings for it, so I need to... Right, no, I want the UV texture editor, that's what I wanted, and then I need to make the light texture, so do that. And then just doop, doop. And then I just want to highlight you and get that bit, isn't it? Not that bit, just this bit here. Who knows? Why is it highlighted that bit? What's going on? Don't want those bits highlighting. What's going on? You madman. What the hell? Right. Done. So that should appear in camera 1, shouldn't it? No, camera 0. Well, I've got to make it somehow. I just keep thinking it should be metallic on the wall, but I don't know. Because there's nothing I can really use as a reference, because the sprites aren't giving me any answers. But then again, they never give me answers. They never do. I'll probably put one there, put one there like that. I think they're a bit too bloody big for that corridor, but then again, it don't really matter. I'll put that one right above there, and maybe move that one there. Maybe. Yeah, I've put these bloody lights in, and you can't even bloody see them. What is the point of me doing this? There's an idea. Could always go back and look at those. Problem is, though, if I start playing on Dead Aim, we know what will happen. I'll be like, oh, we could do this, we could reference this, we could put that in here. Oh, God, no. Like we're trying for a scorpion on top of the deck as well, but let's have a scorpion battle. Yeah, I might actually look at Dead Aim. But obviously I need to put these light sources in. Oh, that reminds me. They are blinking lights. 4 of them on top of these. Why would you have... I mean, I suppose it's like counting down the floors as they're going up, but... Yeah, right. I only need half of the flaming sphere. I don't need anything else. But I think I'm going to add a bit more detail to that light because... meh. And meh. You just look a bit boring and generic. Let's just drag that out. And then just soften those edges like that. Right, need a new light. New light texture. It's not that. No. And yes. So, yellow light. Yellow. But I want to make this very bright. No, not edges, but faces. Faces! Done! Ah! Right, if I got a metal texture here, I can just slap on it. I'll slap that on for now. Oh, for God's sake, Barry, get out of Zoom, you. How dare you? How very dare you? Right, so there's 4 of these, isn't there? Got a length of this. So I need to get those in the right position. I suppose that's as close as I can get it. I think I'll definitely look up Dead Aim now. Because got too many zombies on ship stories. Why did they think they needed to do 2 of them? I guess they wanted to just make one that was actually truly canon, and the other one's just like, oh well, no one's going to play Gaiden, are they? No, not at that price, they're not. Right, so they've all got those on there. I wonder if we could get away with putting those sprites in there. Not my area. They could probably sprite them up so you can actually see them going up and down the I shall have to have a word. But now I don't need to get this done. Looking good now. Though, do I really need that light there? I think I do, don't I? I wonder if I should do some more obscurity. Well, I might as well, since I've learned that. Let's do another line. I got an idea. I always like these ideas. Let's do this sign. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Not that one. Let's call it... Create. Where are we at? There we are. Right. Now, how did I do this? I need to combine them all, don't I? Oh, no, wrong thing to do. Need to do that as well. No, it won't work. Why won't you work? That's it. I should really just bloody highlight all of these. I don't know why I don't just do that. Why do I think I don't need to do that? And then it's... Ooh, that's a bit close. It's a bit close for comfort, isn't it? I'm going to have to change that in a minute. Right, now I'm going to do this. I should have just done that all to begin with. What the hell am I doing? Right, just push that out. Right, and then what I'm going to do... Everybody should grab a cuppa. It's what makes everything work. It really does, I don't exaggerate. It does help when I'm doing this. As much as I always say coffee works, Tort's gonna say that tea's just so much better. That's just my opinion though. Now the question is, can I make this work like I said I was going to? Not that one. So get me another one. Red. I'll obviously put that in like a little... let's see. No, I haven't gone crazy just yet. That's what people are thinking. I'm just experimenting, see if I can come up with another crazy idea. Perfect. I just want to... And then I just want to apply that glass one, that one. See if it works. Oh, that works, but now you can't see that bloody thing, can you? Would work if I changed the transparency on it. I don't want to do that though, so I'm going to make another one. Let's see how it looks. And I could just get like a little bit of red tint on there from a white sauce. So I'll get that there. Just a little bit of red I want there, not much. So if I change that down to about 0.200, see how that looks. It's going fine. Last one's going your way. Oh, where's my metal? There it is. Ah, but hang on. I've got to put those things above there, haven't I? Shit, I've made the size smaller. Shit. Oh well. I knew that would happen. Let me just scale that to... Right, now I can do that. Now they go all the way up. Oh, they go all the way up to... Oh, hang on. Is that part of the... Can't really tell if it is, but I'm going to have to push it out, aren't I? And welcome back with your cup of tea. Potentially. They do go up. That's how I'm going to do it. But I need to adjust this. So it's going to be about here, isn't it? Give or take. So they're going to go all the way up there. Oh, how fun that's going to be. That's going to probably blur it there. There. It's going to break some of the masks, isn't it? I can just see it now. Let's see how this looks. It's going to spoil everything now, isn't it? It's just going to destroy everything. Don't need those two at the top, because that is where that's going to be. So I just need to push that out a bit. Put that there. How does this look? Come on, put me out of misery. How much have I missed now? How much is it gone? No, it's not too bad. And you can still technically see the sign. So much of this I've got to do. Disappointed that there's no gravy on those chips and cheese. What's going on? Oh dear God. That's showing my northern side kicking in. Right, on the bevel these. I just want to see how that looks. Do you know what? I like those beveled. I'm going to bevel them. I'm going to bevel them. Sprites can only do so much for me. I'm going to make these a little bit more interesting. Yeah, chips, cheese and gravy. Why are we... Do we have an issue with that? Does we have issues with the northern cuisine? It's a northern thing. It's what we do. Or as I do, it's chips, cheese and mild curry on mine. I like that. But that's because I'm just crazy like that. Works. Damn, I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with that idea. So let's do that. Let's do it with this one as well. And push these out. Like this, I need to... I wonder if I can bevel with faces. I've never actually tried. Let me try. Oh! Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Oh! No, let's not. Let's stick with edges. No. Let's not go that crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell was I thinking with that? Yes, that's perfect. That's the way the beveling should be. So. I have reached 100 messages today. Oh, thanks, Restream. Thanks for telling me that. Let's not even go with London standards. Remember, we don't exist outside of London. London's the only thing that exists in this country. It's like, you go anything out of London, it's like parts of land no one knows about. It's like, yeah, okay, mate, fuck off. I've been down to that place, and let me just say it's a cesspool compared to where other places are in this country. Too many bloody people, too many self-obnoxious people I couldn't give two shits about, and it's a government that shouldn't even be in power. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, I don't like the whole London standard of things. They don't tell you what to do. I don't have one, do they? No, I don't have anything. So I got to do that one now. Last one, but I need to rip those out. And then I've got to rip everything else out. To bring them up. Get rid of them. And there's nothing up with being Northern either. Absolutely toss all to do with it. And why am I rambling about that now? I need to stop rambling about things. And get rid of... do I need to... Oh god, don't start deleting things. Oh god, no, what have I done? I can get rid of that. Oh god, no, what have I done? Oh no! Oh, they've all been deleted. Oh, right, hang on, let me just... Oh, oh no, what have I done? Let me just, yeah, append. Please work. Thank God I haven't gone mad yet. And then that. Don't you start giving me bad topology warnings, Maya. I know it's not bad topology. Oh God, why is the door so small? Right. I don't want to make the... What the fuck's going on here then? Hang on. Am I going to make this smaller? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No. Can I make that smaller? You bastard. Why would I do that? Hello, everybody. I'd say the stream's going fine. As long as we don't go politically crazy and start saying stuff that, you know, would get us in trouble. I'm not saying anything other than that. Now, what else do I need to... Oh, I need to... But then the edges are all going to be broke. Oh! I don't know what to do. I know that one's got to be thicker than that because it's following the spec of the room, but oh my god, this is going to look horrible. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream a little bit in a minute. Oh no, I'm gonna scream. Right. Bevel it all. Bevel always works for everything. Oh, not too bad. But I bet you're going to do this now. It's going to be like, oh, there's a big gap. Oh, no. Right. I'm not doing it on that side because I know that works. I'm just going to try. Oh, no. What the hell? Why is it... Can we drag you in at least? Oh, no. What the... What's going on here? What's going on here? I drag you in. No, what the fuck? What's going on? I thought this was fixed. You were fixed. You lied. Well, that's just depressing. Right. Oh, God in hell. I swear, one of these days, the entire stream will just be me modelling doorknobs of every different type, different century, different door handling ways and things. And that'll just be a direct thought because everyone keeps bringing up the doorknob cycle again. Oh dear. At least I don't have to worry about anything for these, but I need to figure out this door frame. Why is it buggered up this way? Oh, what's going on? Why is it doing that? Oh God, what the hell? Oh, I don't want to touch it. But I've got to move stuff. Oh, shit. Because I don't want to make this... Oh, but then I don't need to worry because it's just these bits at this. I don't need to worry. What am I doing? Just... No, not that one. Drag that, that's fine, because it's the door frame, isn't it? I don't need to worry about that actual door being adjusted in any shape or form, because then I'd have to cry, and I'm not going to do that. And that's done. Right, so if I test this render out now... The door frames, every time I do these, I swear to God, they just bugger up in the most horrific ways possible. Excuse me. They just bugger up in the worst ways possible when I do them. Or you'll look at it and you think it's all perfect. And then when you look at it and then you bring it into Photoshop, it's like, how much space is there? But you're not going to see it because it's going to be black, but it's still there and you know it's there. And it taunts you so because it can get away with it. I'm going to move that light up a bit more actually. Put it there. It's too dark. Too mysterious. That's perfect. So I'd say that the stream's going fine, Ashley, I'd say. I don't know. It's been a bit of a streaming session of building this room. And then it's been a case of us moaning and bitching about Capcom DRM games being so expensive even though they're old. And they shouldn't have been that expensive. And then it's going on with this now. But that's pretty much what this stream's been. It's been actually a fun stream, actually. Which is good, because you need fun. You need to have a bit of fun with this. Especially when you're building stuff, you're like, oh no, it's broke, oh no. But then again, I'm happy with this, because yes, that one has to be fatter than that one, because that's following the sprites perfectly. And I want it to be as perfect as a sprite as I can be. But at the same bloody time, it has to all fit correctly. A typical day. Well, I don't... Is it really? I don't know. It's just me typically moaning. It's like, oh, this now. Oh, Bethesda are going to put Starfield on PS5. It's like, well, thanks, Bethesda. You know, I went and bought it for me on the bloody Steam Deck so I could actually play it. And now you're going to put it on the PS5 anyway. Go to the office and strangle Todd a bit. Oh, Chad, you didn't see that one coming, did you? That's for the umpteenth time you've bloody brought Skyrim out. This is for the umpteenth time you've done this. And this is for fucking thinking, oh yeah, we'll just put, you know, Starfield on PS5 now. And a new Indiana Jones game. We'll have that on as well. It's like, so then what's the point of putting up as an exclusive? Are you just going to release it then? Good Christ almighty. It's like I've just pre-ordered Final Fantasy VII, is it Rebirth, the next part? What's the last one going to be called? Reunion? Is that literally going to be the last chapter? And it's like, no. And that's depressing how they're doing that game as well. Oh yeah, we'll just release it in 3 separate parts. What, you mean like how it was 3 discs long in the original, but you know, there was probably less content, but at least the story was all there. Bloody Todd. What a shit he is, eh? Oh, we'll just do a rehash of Skyrim every time. No one's going to question it. Oh, well, let's just, you know, port over Starfield. Yes, the rebirth of the rebirthering. Yes, that's on pre-order. Prefer the original, always have done. But then I'm going to say Final Fantasy 7 is just overrated in general nowadays. Unlike what it was back then when it first came out, it's just overrated now. I get sick and tired of people going on about it. And after playing the remake of the first part, and then obviously like there's some nostalgia to it, but it's they're trying to do too much without little plot development. Well, what was the original thing? It was supposed to have been outsourced, wasn't it? And then they were like, oh no, we'll do it now in-house. We'll use Unreal to do it. And it's like, right, so why didn't you do that in the first place? And then why have you got Tetsuya Nomura doing all the frigging game, the whole directing of it? I swear to God. Worst decision they ever did with that. No, it's like, we go from what? All of the Midgar stuff, and then the game ends at the end where you get out, and it's like, yeah, do you remember when you played the first disc of the original, and then you got out of Midgar, and you're on the world map, and you thought that was the end of disc 1, but oh no, there was so much more to do, and you're just like, oh. I know, he's the only one there that actually isn't, well, I wouldn't say he knows how to do stuff. I mean, this is why we're getting all these Kingdom Hearts games, this is why we're getting such a terrible frigging remake of 7. I haven't had that eureka moment yet where it's like, probably will do in the next part, but it's not the whole, oh my god, we're on the world map. There's so much more stuff to do, and this is not even the end of disc 1. This is like, oh, this is the end of game 1. It's like, why would you do this? If Square Enix have gone downhill, they're all about NFT blockchain crap. That doesn't do anything for me anymore. And then apparently they've just got the writer for Parasite Eve back with their blessing, so I'm hoping that means we're either going to get a remaster of the Third Birthday, or we might get an actual remake of the first Parasite Eve, which I wouldn't mind, because we never got it in the UK. We only ever got 2. Never got the original. So it's like, you'll get 2 and you're like, so where's 1? Oh, that's right, UK, you don't get 1. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics, you can piss off, you won't get it. Oh, fair enough. The only Tactics we got was that, what did they call it? Was it Tactics Advance on the PSP? That's the only Tactics we got. Won't even talk about that. I even see the word 13 and it's just like, no, let's not even talk about that trilogy. Because what a load of old crap that was. And this is me that's still trying to complete 2 and 3. Now I did the first one and I was so disappointed by the end. I was like, that's it. That's the game. It's so disappointing, that game. I don't even know where we're going, but there you go. That's what happens with this stream. We just go off on a tangent. And bear in mind, I'm already happy where I'm at because I've got everything I need building. It's just adding all these little details in. It's got the cameras in, getting the collision data, and I can do it. But I want to get these lifts in as well, don't I? That's what I want to do. Now, how the bloody hell am I supposed to do this? Oh, that's a good thing as well, because that means... No, it's not. Oh my god, what the... No, wait. No, wait. Oh, what the... That's too big. No way. Oh, but then again, I did extend that out a bit, didn't I? Because it was too short. Oh, no, it's a Capcom thing all over again. And that's why we never got it in the UK. You know what? The BBFC has screwed us over so many times with games. Thank God they're not the main rating board anymore. It's all Peggy and what have you. But swear to God, every frigging time. Oh, Grand Theft Auto's too violent. Shouldn't have that letting you being played by your kids because that'll turn them violent. Go, can't have manhunt. People will go out on the street and start murdering each other. What? You know, the funny thing is, I actually started playing it years ago and I had to download it just because, again, there's just no physical way to get it in the UK. And I'm like, Why didn't this get released in the UK? Why, BBFC? Why wouldn't you do it? But yet you'll allow zombies, you'll allow dinosaurs, you'll allow all kinds of dismemberment like that in movies. The third birthday. You make it sound like it's a great thing we got that one. Ooh, we got the third birthday. I still haven't played that. That's the truth, I still haven't fully played that game. I still haven't completed the second one. And I own the second one physically, and it's like, I'll get around to it. I swear I will. Then I went and rebought it again on the PlayStation Store. It's on my Vita, and I'm like, I'll get around to it. Vagrant Story, bought it, I'll get around to it. I mean, I've only played like the first hour on it, I suppose, and maybe a few more hours. I'm trying to think where I got up to in the first one when I played it. I know I'm back in the police station, and I know I'm fighting the dog because the dog's mutated. That's as far as I got in it, and I just thought, I'll get round to it. But I didn't mind the combat system as much. But then 2's was obviously an improvement. But then again, I can't say much because I've not completed either one. It's getting the time to do it. It's then getting sidetracked and like, oh, well, this game's out now, isn't it? Oh, yes, and that one's out now. And I've really got to start carrying on completing most of these games. See, yeah, definitely never played the third birthday. Everyone goes, oh, it's a great game, they should remaster it. Just give us the remastering of the first 2 games and then have them in the UK released. Let us be happy. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure you still can't get Dino Crisis 1 or 2 on the British PlayStation Store. Can't get them anywhere on there. Get them on the American store, but you can't get them on the British store. But it doesn't really matter because I own them both physically, but it's not the point. Just seems to be the only like good thing on there, if you like, with your Vita and what have you, is the fact that they've got all the first 3 Resident Evil games as there as part of the trilogy, but no Dino Crisis 1 or 2. You can get Parasite Eve 2, but not 1. You're just thinking, why can't you just put it on the UK store so everybody has access to it? Well, I bloody say it. They go for a ridiculous amount nowadays. PlayStation games are ridiculous. It's like I was looking at the Twin Snakes on GameCube, and I bought that for like maybe £20 new years ago when it was like first out, or maybe it was a year after it came out, and now it's worth double that, triple that even. And then when you go looking for, say, like the limited edition for Metal Gear Solid 4, and that was the one that was on play.com years ago, there is no number there to define how much it's supposed to be worth because it was so much of a limited number. So I don't know how much my copy's worth. But I have that physically. I've got every Metal Gear Solid game, every Metal Gear game, but the originals and MSX, the NES versions, and Acid 2. That's the only one I haven't got. That's Metal Gear games. We're talking Resident Evil games. I've got every single version of them, both in English and Japanese, minus Dead Aim and Survivor 2 in Japanese. But then again, I need 4 in Japanese. I don't want to be getting the 4 in Japanese. It is insane for the pricing. It's ridiculous how much they're worth. It's like I said before, when you look at Resident Evil 2, the original, on PS1, on Platinum, £30 used, it's like, remember when it was brand new, it was £30. Why the hell has it gone up that much? I mean, oh, it's even more insane when you're looking at, like, PlayStation 2 games that are Platinum, and obviously this was years ago, and are now worth £20 again. It's like, what's going on? What part of like this insane time warp have I got stuck in where Platinum games for an old console that's obsolete are worth £20 when they were bought back then? It's ridiculous. But then again, it's ridiculous that brand new games are worth, what, £60, £75 nowadays. It's like, what? And they're on about phasing that out, the whole physical thing. And it's like, so you want to phase that out? I've got all of those. Minus, like I said, Survivor 2, and Dead Aim. But I've got all the other ones. And I actually got Outbreak 1 and 2 cheaper than what I was seeing, because I was seeing them going for like 50 quid a piece. I managed to get the pair for 32, which I was lucky and happy with. And they were both used, but the perfect condition copies as well, which is good. Despite the fact I'm never technically going to play it Japanese because I've got the PAL versions, but that's not the point. And obviously I got that trial edition of RE1 that everybody says, you know, it's like the more expensive thing in every collector's bloody thing. And I only got it for, what, £60 I paid, and it goes up to about £1,000 for one of those. It's absolutely ridiculous. Archive box. I've seen them going for about 120 quid. Because I was tempted to get one. Same one, I think it was the 5th anniversary edition box set thing. And that was £128, and it was on a British eBay seller. And I was like, do I do it? And I never did. I wish I had. Even though I've got all those games. Started talking about games on a stream, building up project work. Oh, this is just good. This is good stuff, this. I like this. People are going to come on and go, oh, what's happened? I thought we were doing projects out. We're not doing that now. We've taken a break. I'm going to chat about the randomness of gaming and why the hell prices and stuff shouldn't be what they are. It's ridiculous. The figures are expensive. Those action figures, those ones they did years ago. Like, I remember when I finally got into the series and it was like, oh, I'll buy some of them. You could never get them anywhere. They were only about, I'd say, £15, £20 back then, and they're triple that now. Now you see people posting all these complete collections online, you're just thinking, you jammy gits. But then most of the time, it's always like American people that are posting these up, and you're just thinking, well, there you go, because they're already available over there. As it turns out, a lot of them you can't get in the UK. They didn't have much stock in the UK for those figures. It was all overseas, and you had to obviously get them imported, and that's why there isn't many of those figures out in the UK. I've got that one. I've got Hunk without his head. And they were the only two I bought. Oh, God almighty. If I'd known how much they're going to be worth now, I would have bought 2 more of each in college, but you never think back then. But then again, on the plus side, again, got Gaiden for £18 back then. It's worth triple that now. Got Survivor 2. Got Dead Aim. Got quite a few of them for PS2 back then. I remember that too, and he had all of the Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 stuff as well. Like 30 quid for like the Bahamut bloody model. Because I was tempted to get those in college, but then I thought, nah, I better not. I'll just stick to buying the games. That's how I got Michigan Report from Hell as well. That's a rare, obscure one that obviously is about 150 quid plus now because it's out of print. So the PAL version don't bloody work properly because there's a bug in the programming that never got fixed. Then there was those Duke Nukem figures, there was the Doom figures as well. There was the Tomb Raider stuff, that'll probably make a comeback because obviously the remastered stuff comes out on Valentine's Day. What better way to play it than to play with Miss Croft, and that just comes out so badly when you think about it. Why did you word it that way? I'm definitely buying those. I'm definitely going to get that on a pre-order. But yeah, that's for them now. It's Michigan Report from Hell. It was a Suda51 game. It's a very obscure Suda51 game. we've gone off RE for now. Where did I put that? It's somewhere in here. I've got all my PlayStation games out here. That's why I'm like in the box. Somewhere. Let me look it up. It is in here. We're taking a very long break before I finish off the stream. The rare obscure video games I've collected over the years. Where did I put it? Ooh. Got to remember to put these. Anymore. God, where the hell did I put it? You know, when you've got all your PS2 games together, put them in such an order that you can remember where Michigan is. Oh God, don't tell me it's underneath Alan Wake. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they wouldn't. Where is it? Oh dear. Where is it? Where have I put it? Give me a minute. I know it's in this box because every game is in this box. Every PS2 game should be in here. Why is it not in here? Wait, have I? Oh, yeah, we've really gone off stream now, haven't we? Of what we were doing. Seriously, is it not in here? I had it all. Don't tell me it's gone missing. There's this. No, hang on a minute. It won't be in here. Yeah, it won't. It's that one. Yeah, I've got. Give me a minute. I've got that many bloody games. I haven't got the space for any bloody thing anymore. Come on, Michigan. I know you're in here. No, you're in here somewhere. Don't lie to me. Why is it not in here? Is it not in here? So where the hell have I put it? Go. Oh. Check this pile with her. Ah. Yes, send it to me in Discord. I'm on about. Was it going to work? It's not going to work. That's the one. That's what I'm on about. It's a very obscure game and it never worked in the UK because it wasn't originally supposed to come out in the PAL version of the game. But even Suda51 didn't know about this. And then 505 released it and it never worked properly. That's very coveted now. It's like £150 plus. It's very obscure. It's very Suda51 is all I'm going to say. Once you start playing any of his games, it just has that pizzazz to it, but that's what that's like. But because there's a bug in it, like the options menu, there's some things in there that you unlock, it just doesn't work. And I don't ever think that they actually figured out how to hack it in and patch it so that it would work off, you know, without running it on PS2. But yeah, that's the one I'm on about. Knew I had it somewhere. And obviously that. I really should just turn that off, but I'm not going to. Not bad for £14 when I bought it. I don't believe we're just going off on games now, because you know what, let's just finish the stream with Project Starlight stuff. Let's just go on about games for now. So again, £14 that one cost me. All the original Silent Hills -1. I haven't got that one. I've got so many bloody games in this box. I really need to preserve them. I still need to complete it. After all these years, I still need to complete it. It's ridiculous just how many games I've bought over the years. It's like, I've still got to play these, I've still got to complete them, I'll get round to it. You just never realise that you'll never get round to it, and you've got collector's items that are just, you know, building up bloody dust, and it's like, I'm not giving them away, I'll be buried with them. If I get there, if I get that far, if I ever get there, I will say, look, I might need help with this. I don't know when I'll get there. There's so many things I've got to do. And so many other games that are coming out. It's like, I'll get around to it. I swear I'll get around to it. I know I will at some point. It's like everything I bloody do. Thank you very much, Unknown Face. It is appreciated. Even though we're not talking, you know, not even though I'm not doing any more stream for the minute of it. Just gonna take a break and I'll be finishing up the streaming of it. Usually try and do 2 hours per stream, but there we go. Alright, brilliant. I'll look it over in a bit. We're definitely going to have some serious issues with this room. Because the lifts aren't that big. They'll be fitting about 20 zombies in a room. What it will be in the end is it's a remake of Gaiden, but it'll be for the original Resident Evil 2 engine. So it's just a mod for that. So you'll be able to play it via modding it. But we're early stages of that. We're not even got half the flaming rooms built yet. But once it's done, it'll be a Resident Evil 2 98 mod for the PC. Potentially, if we can get it running, it'll run on the PS1 as well, and you just have to patch it in. So just think it's Gaiden, but with a nice, prettier graphic update. Instead of it being the 8-bit sprite game it was, it's going to be a proper old school pre-rendered environment Resident Evil game. Thank you. Will do. Again, if I don't lose my sanity doing this. But again, if he ever gets finished Revisited, amount of times he's saying, and it's like, oh, we got scripting and all this done. You're just thinking, you know, when you've got all this done, one, it'll make all the puzzle work easier for every other mod we do, but then how are you supposed to top what you've already done? You've got to find the fine line somewhere. That's just my issue with it. But then that's just me being a picky bugger. Oh god, I gotta put on back. I think they just need to get it done instead of buggering around with scripting and, oh, we got to add puzzles. Just don't add puzzles, just add what you want to do, but don't be too far with it because you still got like XYZ project to do and all. So there's me just building everything, and it's just like, right, I'm going on stream at 4 o'clock. And it's like every day, it's like every couple of days, stream at 4 o'clock, right? I'll be trying to be there. It's like, I'm the only one that's doing the work at the moment because you lot are doing Revisited. You can't just put a stream on for that, can you? No. Oh, dear. So the problem when you're doing modding, you get to a point where it takes too long and people start moaning at you. Which is I learned all too well years ago, but then again, I don't mod as much as I used to, apart from doing this sort of stuff. In fact, come to think of it, when was the last time I actually did anything modding-wise for this game, apart from this? Depends what your definition of fun is. Oh, the waiting game does not help. And then again, when you try to do all of this, yeah, you got to do all these. You want to do these rooms, you want to do that. And it's like, yeah, but then puzzles. Like I've seen some stuff that they've posted up, and it's like, do you really need that puzzle in? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm not going to question it, but that's the problem when you've got creatives running the show. They'll try and do everything creative, and then it'll get longer and longer and longer, and it'll be like, people want to know when the mod's coming out. Is it going to come out? Oh, by the way, do you remember those other 2 mods you got to work on? Yeah, they're almost ready to be worked on now. And again, it's not a case of I don't know how to do certain things for these mods, because I know how to obviously do all the room data completely, but I just opt not to do the cameras and stuff because it just drives me doolally. It's the same, yeah. That's true. He'll be there now in the shadows, watch you reading all this, and he'll be like, right, that's it, I'll be having a word with him. Nah, they know I take the piss every time I say stuff like this. It's just like, we should just get this done when we can. But the problem I'm having is, by the time we get all this done, every single mod, them lot are going to be senior citizens, and I'm not going to be that far off. Yeah, everybody's got shit going on. It's a pain in the ass thing, isn't it? Because obviously it's a mod and we're not getting paid to do any of this. It's like, fair enough. Now, I'm not saying if somebody was to, like, I don't know, throw in about £1 million and be like, oh, well, you know what, we'll do it. But again, that would probably have Capcom coming after us and be like, right, I want you to embed Enigma in the old game engine now so they can't do fucking anything. Well, do you know what? And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do it in the older games. Let's prevent Source Next from working. How are you going to do that? Oh, we'll figure it out. Bloody Capcom. Can't believe they're doing that. It's like, think if they had this kind of technology back then, they'd have put Enigma in the old games. Nobody'd be able to bloody mod. Then what would be the point? They just didn't have those bloody that kind of encryption back then for games. You don't need it in this day and age. Just leave them as they are. Be like bloody Square going back and putting Enigma in bloody Final Fantasy VII, the original, wouldn't it? It's like, why would you do it? It's an old game. Got so much shit to do though. Everybody, we've all got shit we have to do. This, I don't know what it is with them lot. I don't know if it's the nude mods that came out. I don't know if it's because it's the fact that we can mod it so that in Resident Evil 4's remake we can get infinite amount of those tickets when, you know, you should be earning them or buying them off Capcom. It's like, I don't know what you want me to do, Capcom. I don't cheat on those sort of games. And if I do, it's for different things altogether. It's got nothing to do with buying additional tickets or anything. It just makes you question what they're going to do next. I mean, it's when Revisited gets its next part, when Project Starlight finally gets a working demo and everything, are they going to be trying to put like dampeners out to prevent that kind of modding? And if so, how are they going to do it? Are they going to just C&D everybody that does them? I thought that's what they were going to bloody do, but no, wait a minute. I reiterate, the Gold Edition doesn't have it in, does it? And they just announced the Gold Edition of 4. It's like, what's next? Resident Evil 5 Gold Nugget Edition. You know, the Gold Edition sort of thing, I'd assume from a Jurassic Park game, but no, we get it from Resident freaking Evil. What's that? You want Resident Evil 6 Gold Edition? No, thanks. I choose life. I'd rather just take that and chuck it in the fucking river, because who the hell will I play 6? Bad enough when he did it with 5. 5 Gold Edition. 7 Gold Edition. Village Gold Edition. 4 Gold Edition. Why not the remakes 2 and 3? No, we don't want to do that with that. Why would you do a Gold Edition of 2 or 3? Do you know they could do a Gold Edition of Resident Evil 3's remake and actually put the content in that they scrapped and put it in? because, you know, not every fan's just, you know, exactly pissed off with the fact that, yeah, we got a bloody piss poor remake of 3 with the worst version of Nemesis you could ever think of. Oh. That's a big oh. Oh. Oh what? It's intriguing, go on. The game was rigged from the start. It was never going to be the best thing ever since sliced bread. They should never have outsourced it to M2. They just butchered the entire frigging script for that game. Like I said, when you make Jill the most potty-mouthed person in existence, it's like, no, why? Oh no, I can believe it. Like I said, I don't like the remake of 3. I've said this. I've gone on great lengths of why I don't like it. See, if they'd done it to say... See, the thing is, you've got, like, one half of the fan base that's like, they should have remade it in-house, just like I did with the 2 remake. It would have been fine. And then you've got the other half that are saying they should have just never done it behind the shoulder. They should have done a remake in the vein of the remake of 1, which I get behind as well. But all this stuff, this is what I mean. I've always said, I said this when I was doing all of the Resident Evil 3 Revisited stuff. Raccoon City is a character. It's the main character. So when you prevent people from walking around much more of the city, and you get more of that in the original 3 than you do in the remake, then it's not Raccoon City. It's just 2 sets of streets. And that's it. That's Raccoon for you. Now, if they'd made it so, again, from what I was reading, where you have a train, and you could use that train to go to different parts of Uptown, Downtown, other parts of Raccoon. Perfect. But no. They literally put it on rails, so it was from to to from. And 2 streets, but every single location's linked on those 2 streets to what you remember from the original. It's like, why? Oh, fucking Resistance. I hate Resistance. Never played it. Never will. It's like, was it Reverse? Yeah, I'll reverse it and not put it on my hard drive, thank you. And you know, I've been looking in those files for the remake, and there is an enemy that they never actually used in the game, and it just makes a question, why the hell was it never used? But we're posting out all my own findings on my YouTube channel eventually. Because the amount of, like, things you find, like the warehouse key is in the files, but yet you never used the warehouse key. I never got the chance to play it when it was in beta. Or did I? Did it? I think I'm going to need to be reminded what Resistance was. Resistance was with 3, wasn't it? Because 2 never actually had it, and then Reverse was Village. It's a different version of the Drain Demonos. But I have a feeling it might have been potentially like the poison version, because there was 2 different versions. What you had, like the Bloodsucker, which inflicted poison, and you had Drain Demonos, which was just the standard version, but then you had that green shitty one, which inflicted you with poison. That's supposed to be was it the Brain Sucker or whatever the hell it was called? And it's got animation data. It's got a skeletal rig. It's got animations, but yet it was never actually implemented in the game. But then again, the keys are in there. The warehouse key, even though you don't actually use the warehouse key in the remake. Those other keys are found, like I did in the remake of 2, which again aren't used but are there. But why they were there and why they were never used? But they can't come up with this bullshit about it was for time and all that, because that isn't, yeah. God almighty, the parasite stairs, Jesus Christ. Hey, how do we butcher an enemy in the game? Oh, well, we'll just make it this way. We'll make it have that scene and make it infect you with a parasite. Why? And that's another thing. The substation was just a complete piss poor attempt at what it was in the original. I don't know why they did this. But then we can keep going on about why and never get an answer because it's already been and gone. They've got a remake of 3 and I hated it. I don't believe we're talking about the Resident Evil 3 remake now. Oh my god. You know, people are probably tuning in thinking, oh, is this going to be a bit more about the Resident Evil guide? Wait, what? What's he going about the remake for? Because everybody hates the remake. They butchered her character. There's only parts of it where they didn't and they made it more of a badass character, but then they butchered the rest of it. And I won't even talk about what they did to Nemesis because they completely and utterly butchered him. He's not even anything like him in the original. Well, again, that's what happens when you outsource the game to a different company that's got no handling of the source code, like the entire lore, understands any of, you know, what it is. And I just don't understand why guys that did the remake of 2 didn't do it simultaneously making the remake. They could have done it, which would have made things so much easier, and the product at the end would have been so much better. But no, let's outsource it. Let's give it to somebody who doesn't even know how the frigging game plays. And this is why there's no live selection, and people get all pissy about that. It's like, well, did you really need it? Well, yeah, you do. Do we need it to be exact? No, we don't need it to be exact. The remake of 1 wasn't an exact one-to-one remake because it enhanced it. It's like the remake of 2 didn't even do that. This is what makes me very wary when they're saying, oh, there could be a 5 remake. It's like, does it really need a remake? No. Code Veronica needs a remake. And yet it never does. And then there's that whole issue, isn't there, with the wall and everything, and everybody thought beforehand, oh, Nemesis probably smashes that through. It's like, no, it doesn't. No. Carlos blows it up with an explosive, and the one above doesn't even get an answer for it because it never has any effect in the game. It's like, there's a hole in the wall. Why? Whereas those fans are like, well, you know, if you'd actually planned this properly, you would have Nemesis coming through there, breaking those walls down, chasing Jill, and that would have made it great, but no. I'll never forgive them for that. They really did butcher Nemesis in it. They should have given him a hell of a lot more screen time. They should have just tried to follow the original through 1-to-1. Made the locations that much bigger, because having more Raccoon to explore was the whole, you know, I've always said, and I've said it again, it's Raccoon City that's the main character in 2 and 3. It's not the characters you're playing as, it's that city, because you're seeing it in such a derelict state. You're seeing the whole necropolis come along, and then it's like completely not there in the 3rd game, the remake of 3. The apartment, him chasing you through it. No. I still find it ironic, and this is why I have to give him the benefit of the doubt, but only because of this. Is because the game did get technically released in it, didn't it? In COVID. COVID had just happened. We're all in lockdown. So, yeah, they butchered the whole frigging narrative for that. And it's just more disturbing when you're playing it in lockdown like I was, and it starts up with that live action thing, and it's like, oh, the pandemic. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. They've gone too far with this. But I just didn't like it. That's why I still prefer the original, because there was just so much more to traverse and so much more to go through, and people can moan, oh, but that was the idea, it was designed that way. But that's what made the game bigger. And again, you're walking around the streets, you're looking at all the whole destruction, you're seeing it firsthand. You're seeing corpses everywhere, you're getting all this descriptive text, you're getting all this narrative. And then they butchered it with the remake of 3. I pre-ordered it after playing the demo. Now, if I'd known that that demo was literally half the freaking game at the beginning, I wouldn't have pre-ordered it. It's bad enough when they gave you the demo for the 2 remake and it was only 30 minutes long. It's like, well, don't give us a time limit. That's what you did back in the day with the original. You don't need to do it now. Like, to be able to go back and play it again and again and again. Don't just limit it to 30 minutes and cut it off and that's it. I still don't understand why I've pre-ordered it now. Just you look back on your decisions, you're like, why did I pre-order this? But on the one hand, I have to look at it as this. I mean, it wasn't as boring because I had that when we were in lockdown, so at least there was that. But still. And then you have to try and put on a straight face because you're part of the Capcom bloody social. And it's like, guys, what the fuck have you done? This isn't Resident Evil 3. See, that's the one advantage I love having over people that actually, unfortunately, have to do that. Exactly. It's just those two streets, and then obviously you go and play the original, and you get a whole section of up downtown, a whole section of uptown, then the entirety of the clock tower, and then you get the park, the hospital, and then you get the dead factory, and then it's like, where's this in the remake, guys? Where did you think that this wasn't needed? There should have been more of the city to explore. There should have been more stuff to do. They should have really pushed that. That's what every fan wanted, and then they just didn't do it. But here, have two streets, have the gas station in the distance, but you never actually explore the gas station, but you can see it in a cutscene. Why? Or even better, when you're running up the street, oh, the RPD's just over there in the distance, but you're not going to go there as Jill, you can go there as Carlos, and that's all about halfway through. Why? So my disdain comes from that. It was too linear, wasn't it? You can say that about most of them, though, but it was so linear. Like, you'd go from one part to the other, wouldn't you? And then you'd go from here, then you'd go from there, and then you'd do this and you'd do that. And what I didn't like is that it was all in sequence, so you'd start after on that street at the apartment, you'd go past there, you'd go into the bar, you'd get the gun, you'd go up the street, you'd be in the warehouse, you'd go past the warehouse, you'd crawl under that little area. And I know, and there were so many other ones you could have done. It's like many times I've actually taken the camera and done free cam mode with the tools, and I've seen like some of the stuff that they could have made a complete like area you could go for it, and they've never done it. And it just disappoints me that they had all that potential with this engine and they pissed it all away on two streets. In fact, the only games, in my opinion, that have really like done stuff like that is Outbreak. I think Outbreak is the only set of games that have told that plot, that have told the story and everything, and give us more areas to run around, and then they've got more in those games than they ever did in RE3. And that's before I even get to the scrap material that's still in there, because there's so much of that. It's just unbelievable how you've got like all these guys all worked in Capcom. They made us like Outbreak after all the old RE games, and there's more story in there for Raccoon to tell than the remakes did. And that's what disappoints me. Or, you know, the terrible build up to the clock tower, you never even go in the building because they didn't think, oh, well, maybe we could have it so you do explore. No, you don't. You haven't gone near it. You're outside it, and even then they butchered that. I think, honestly, I should start making a set of rant streams just so we can rant about the remake. And just throw our own ideas around. This is what they should have done instead. It would have made the game so much better. But I've still got to finish this new like restream I'm doing of it. I just don't have the motivation to do it anymore because I just don't like it. I still can't believe they tacked that piece of shit on. I really don't. Yes, please do. Every nitty gritty detail, so I can just rant and rave and be like, why the fuck did they not do that? Oh Jesus, why the hell did they not do that? Right, I need to. I'm gonna finish this stream because it's gone on. It's getting off tangent for about half an hour, but that's fine. So when people watch the re-stream of this, they'll be like, wait, why did he stop halfway through? What's he doing? Why is he ranting? This is why. So I'm finishing this stream off. I'd like to thank everybody who has contributed to this stream because it has been a fun stream. I'll probably be back on this. What day are we on? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday I should be back on with this, and then we'll carry on and crack on with this room and get it finished because there isn't that much to do and I can ponder. I shall see you all then. So all you take care till then. Nah, I don't blame you. It made it interesting. That's what you need on a stream, especially when it's all technical and it's like, this is how we're building this, and these are cameras, and this is the data. And anyway, I'm off. I'll see you later. Take care.